Good evening, folks. It's Diamond with the Oppenheimer Ranch Project and Magnetic Reversal News, bringing you a grand solar minimum update Monday, June 17th, around 8:30 p.m. Mountain Time 2024. A huge backside CME kicking off the sun earlier today, probably from our old buddy, Superstorm AR 3664. Keep calm. It's boom time. I'm sure you've heard by now, major heat wave to hit the Midwest and East Coast, bringing heat alerts to 66 million. As the solstice approaches, in fact, the earliest solstice since George Washington was president, heat warnings and watches and advisories are in effect from regions from Iowa to Maine. It's insane. The daily weather update from Fox, all eyes are on the tropics with two systems being tracked. And that means tropical storm watches being issued for Texas and Mexico ahead of likely future Alberto. Let's take a look over here at the National Hurricane Center. You could see potential tropical cyclone 1. That is going to be tracking into Mexico over the next 24 to 48 hours. Disturbance 1 here with a 10% chance. But we also have a system that's going to hit Texas, the nexus of the schmexis. So let's take a quick look at the forecast. We have a heat wave in the Northeast and severe thunderstorms and excessive rainfall in the plains and upper Midwest. Critical fire weather in the southwestern U.S. Check out the Four Corners region and the valleys of California in pink. The first significant heat wave of the season will impact much of the Midwest, Great Lakes, Mid-Atlantic, and Northeast this week. Record high temperatures and rapid onset drought is possible in the northern plains and upper Midwest. Strong to severe thunderstorms with excessive rainfall are possible today. Dry, gusty winds will bring critical fire weather to the Four Corners and central Cali. Take a look at where the heat warning is here up in this peach color. We've got some flooding warnings down here on the Gulf Coast, as we'll show you a tropical system moving into there. It's very windy out tonight, but hot, currently 80 and windy as the sun sets. And we have winter storm watches and warnings up for the West as the solstice rapidly approaches. Let's move this through. And in just 6 hours, you're going to see some severe weather pop up in the northern plains there and a tropical system moving into Texas by Wednesday, and that could bring some torrential flooding rains there. Another tropical system will be moving up here and hit Mexico in just a few days after that. Now let's take a look at this. Shut up, Al! Al knows what I'm about to do. Al Gore is still in his hole, even though it's summer. Take a look at the snow here. Ho, ho, ho. That is coming in just the next day and a half. All the snow will be falling in the high elevations of western Montana and Idaho and Wyoming, right on that triple junction. So heed the warnings. Have you seen this fear-mongering? Oh, let's go over here and take a look at the thermodynamics. Let's do 2 meters shaded, and we're going to be able to see, where are we at here, on the 17th. We're going to move it through that heat wave. Tomorrow, take a look at this 95 moving all the way up there into New Hampshire and Vermont. And then as we move through the week here, it is going to stay hot up in there. I saw on Thursday here some ridiculously hot temperatures inland, but the newest models are actually moderating, which is good news. Not much of a heat wave, that much of a heat wave that I'm looking at. It looks like Philadelphia and South Jersey could break some records by the beginning of the weekend here. Most of the South is going to be sweltering in 90-degree temperatures, and the best place to be is right here in Archuleta County, where it's really going to be kind of quite cool throughout this whole mess. The heat is going to transfer out to the west here. Take a look at this. Monday, June 24th. There's going to be some extremely high temperatures, but these are normal indeed. 110. Yeah, and that 110 starts Thursday, June 20th. For Arizona. So heed the warnings. No warnings need to be heeded here. This is complete fear-mongering and complete insanity. UK weather. Exact date maps turn dark red as 26C heat wave sweeps Britain. Now, if you don't know about Celsius or centigrade, 26C is 78 degrees, which doesn't even qualify as a heat wave anywhere in the world. And it says here in the article, the striking weather map turns blistering red as temperatures look set to tip 26C in some parts of Britain next month. So next month, it may be 78 degrees in parts of Britain, and everyone may die. Absolute insanity. Seismic update. No quakes of note, normal activity worldwide. I wish I had something fantastic to report, but we do have a coronal hole seismic warning coming up in just a few days. Here is worldwide volcano news. Liwatobi, Laki. Take a look. Take a looky. Heightened activity going on there. No significant change in the activity. Popo puffing to 20,000 foot today. Liwotolo in the lesser Sunda Straits of Indonesia. The eruption continues with lava flow on the western front, as you can see there. Sabancaya to 18,000 feet. Ibu to 14,000. Nevado de Cruz, 21,000 foot puff. Home Reef still puffing. Merapi on the list at 11,000. Popo to 18. Reventador to 14. Liwatobi to 7. Sabancaya to 18. Manam, who knew? Now you do. 7,000 foot puff. Popo. And wrapping up the list, Semaru, 15,000 foot puff there. Space weather news. Low-level activity today. We did have some minor flaring. There's a low-level M flare, nothing significant. The most significant activity was the backside explosion. But when we look at ISWA, it doesn't really appear to be that big of a CME anyway. Just a halo CME and spectacular on LASCO C2. All in all is quiet on the western front. Free-day geomagnetic forecast, all calm. The only thing we're really worried about is coronal hole 46. After it faces Earth, maybe 24, 36 hours, we could have some earthquake effects, even when it's directly facing. Very little is known about these coronal holes and their effect on large earthquakes, but except that there is a correlation. Isn't that interesting? Possible alien megastructure may have been found by researchers. Say what? Yeah, Dyson spheres were theorized as a way to detect alien life, and scientists say they found potential evidence of Dyson spheres nearby. Shall we take a look?
New study that may suggest we are not alone. A group of researchers have identified at least 7 stars that might be surrounded by advanced megastructures known as Dyson spheres. Dyson spheres, what? Emily Finn joins us now to tell us more about this. Emily, Dyson spheres, possible megastructures, all of this is a lot to take in.
It certainly is. It might freak you out, it might pique your interest. I mean, it's certainly interesting. The thought is that potential superior intelligent life might be creating buildings or devices to harness energy around their home stars or planets, creating these so-called alien megastructures. This newly released study published by a group of researchers in the monthly notices of the Royal Astronomical Society specifically looks at the theory around Dyson spheres and finds at least 7 stars might be surrounded by these alleged alien structures already. The aliens, I guess, have been busy. The group looked at infrared heat near stars located within 1,000 light years from Earth, a type of heat that can't otherwise be explained. It all stems from a theory from 1960s physicist Freeman Dyson, who believed if these structures in fact existed, scientists on Earth might be able to pick up on those infrared waves. News Nation spoke with Jana Levin, a professor of astronomy and physics at Barnard College and at Columbia University, who casts doubt on the possible alien origins of what these researchers are observing.
We are in a new era in terms of our understanding of how prevalent planets are and how planets are absolutely prolific in the universe. And that really suggests that life is prolific. The question is whether or not life can easily reach the phase of industrialization and building things and exploring space.
So this studies team had some pretty advanced tech. They used 2 active telescopes that are in space right now to conduct their research, but there is no conclusive evidence quite yet to determine what exactly is happening around these stars. Nick, do you think it might be alien structures?
I don't know if they're alien structures, but it seems as though the evidence suggests it's something that they want to figure out. Right?
Certainly something.
Yeah, definitely. Emily, thank you so much. A little bit.
Definitely a cool story there. And we're going to leave you links to the article so you can do your own research. Here is the paper, Background Contamination of the Project Hephaestus Dyson Sphere Candidates. We'll leave you links to all that below and go get it. Now take a look at this. The Blaze Star T Corona Borealis, a nova set to explode any night in 2024. This is one of the most well-known recurrent novas, well, that we nova about. Any moment now, the star that was hiding for decades will light up the night sky. Not really. It will just brighten to like the brightness of Polaris. A nova eruption is about to occur in the constellation Corona Borealis. That sounds big, and you might be expecting to see a full-size explosion in the sky, but spoiler alert, the star in question, T Corona Borealis, TCRB, will be just as bright as the North Star. Oops, what did I click on? What happened? Okay, big boo-boo. Still, this is a fascinating event for astronomers and stargazers. Imagine TRB was last visible to the naked eye 80 years ago. Now, it is my supposition that this is not a recurrent nova. No, not at all. It's too far away. But it is an energization of the star through its Birkeland current. That is my supposition, similar to what just happened to Betelgeuse, if you're an astronomy nerd. Are animals conscious? Well, of course they are. Anyway, how new research is changing minds. If you watch our show regularly, Leah and I talked about on our radio show how elephants call each other by names and how smart dolphins are, octopus, and even household pets. What is it that science has not caught up with? Well, spirituality. And that's a boom to knowledge. Please share this video. We are shadow banned. We need your help to grow. Please become a Patreon, support the work we do, and watch all of our podcasts in one place commercial free. Support our affiliates down there at the first comment, the Alliance of Native Seed Keepers. Also, you can get the Jace case where you can get emergency medication up to a year's worth, well, for peace of mind. We love you all. Be safe, and we'll see you soon. And that's a boom.